A road apiece, out 66 to 29211 to Warrenton, Virginia. And then, if you make a left at the second light and go up the hill to the courthouse and look to your right, there you'll find Ronnie Poe's Texaco. Judy Moore-Latta made that trip to make the acquaintance of Mr. Poe and the company he keeps.
And he keeps some great company. In fact, some of the men we met told producer Stephanie Wilson and me they'd just as soon spend time in prison as miss coming to Poe's, even if they have to drive more than 50 miles one way to get there. Distance is not a concern. Once they hit Ronnie Poe's garage, they say the music they make is magic and the folks they find are friendly. These are men who may not see eye to eye on a lot of things. During the day, they're white-collar, blue-collar, or no-collar folks. But on Thursday nights, they all become Poe's pickers.
In an era when development has changed the rural landscape into the mini metropolis, Warrenton, Virginia has managed to preserve a piece of Americana. You can still find familiar images from the past in this quaint town where almost everybody seems to know everybody else, including the fella who owns the Old Town Texaco on the corner of Main Street.
But let me know. Okay, thanks. Thanks. Do you want super or regular unleaded?
Super, 4.
Okay. Would you like check the oil?
To most of the folks living in Warrenton, Ronnie Poe is known not only for his service station, but for his spirited weekly jamborees, where a few of the guys come together for an evening of some down-home, foot-stomping music.
Started out, oh, I guess it's been over 20 years ago. A boy by the name of Jack Frazier lives down the road here from me. He played guitar and was doing pretty good with it, and I was starting to play the banjo. And we just started getting together on Thursday night seemed to be the best night of the week, you know. And Friday night the families go to town, or the first of the week something's going on, and Thursday night seemed to be the best night. It's something that I guess we all have a little goal we want to try to achieve in life, and this is one of my ones to try to achieve, was to learn to play the banjo. And you start out playing, you know, just two of us, and just for your own enjoyment, and that's all you're interested in at the time, is learn to play and play for yourself. And we kind of stuck with it, just two of us, and then different people found out about it, and then it went from, you know, 2 to 3, and then 4 and 5.
Word of mouth brought amateur and professional musicians alike from around the metropolitan area to Poe's Texaco station on Saturday mornings. Customers could get a full tank of gas and free entertainment all at once. Eventually, Poe moved these bluegrass enthusiasts to the garage located in the back of his Amissville home. They've been dropping by ever since for a jam session that begins at sunset and lasts until the early morning hours.
Ronnie, what are some of the things that were early influences for you in terms of music?
I guess a lot of the old Flat and Scruggs records, and I listen to them on the radio and stuff, and I like the 5-string banjo. I started out on the violin or fiddle, whatever you want to call it, and then I didn't do much with that, and then I really got interested in the banjo, and that's what I stuck with.
Ronnie never had any formal music lessons, and so he began playing his instrument by ear. With the help of some local musicians, he fine-tuned his playing, and a few years later, he formed a band. They called themselves the Shenandoah Travelers, and they specialize in playing traditional bluegrass with other area bands and musicians.
Bluegrass basically is played with acoustic instruments, with no electricity. Everything is played over mics and this type of thing. But the old time like we play, or the traditional music that we play, will be here for years to come. That's what it started with. And I like it, and there's a few of us are still playing it. But a lot of the young people have taken it further and into other fields, and which that's good too.
The only Thursday night this garage is quiet is the second Thursday in August, when the men travel to Galax, Virginia for the annual Fiddlers Convention. Otherwise, toe tapping and camaraderie are the order of the night. Ted Cray is the lead singer with the Shenandoah Travelers, who's been coming here for the past 14 years.
Well, I told my boss when he asked me about overtime that I had a group therapy night on Thursdays. He said, "You go to group therapy?" I said, "Yeah, it's bluegrass."
66, still a nightway, two-lane highway. Harry Truman was a man who ran the show. That old band.
And there's no competition. It's not that kind of a thing. And we try to let everybody that wants to play, you know, get a chance to play. A lot of young musicians started out, and it's kind of fun. The music's very important to us, very important, and it's our heritage. And we try to get the younger people to understand it and learn it.
Lowell Klein is the newest member of the bunch.
I didn't play at all before I started coming, and I knew it was a chance to get to play some. And I started out kind of in the back of the room, and I kind of worked my way up toward the front as the time went by.
You don't have to have years of experience to become what the group affectionately calls one of Poe's pickers. The requirements are minimal. Bring your instrument and be prepared to play. But there is one exception to the rule. No women allowed.
Yeah, I've got some static from that. I don't mean to disrespect to the ladies at all, but it's just a bunch of guys picking, and you know, you get to talking and you get telling jokes, and next thing you know, you realize that some lady is sitting there, and you know, you said something you shouldn't have, and it makes you feel like a fool. And so I just figure that if you don't have it, you don't get in this situation. And another thing, a lot of the wives know where the husband's at up here picking, and there's no women allowed, and I think it works out about all the way around. And then there's no problems. But I don't mean it in disrespect to the ladies now.
Often tossed about and driven by the storm, that stand with time wherever I may roam.
Music is something you got to feel to play. That's hard to understand to somebody that doesn't play. I don't know, I guess you and the instrument become one, you know, and I was told that years ago by Johnny Clark. You had to feel it to play it, and I know what he was talking about then because I was just learning, but now I know.